Welcome to Silver Bar Stacker, folks. I hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their Stack Pack Sunday. That's right, folks. It's Stack Pack Sunday here at SBS, and Whit Sunday means we've got a new drop. And so I'm super excited to share with you the 6 stack packs that we have available for this week's SBS drop. But before we get into that, I'd like to tend to our 4 entrants who took part in our Fractional Friday SBS drop. And as you may or may not be aware, we actually had 9 fractional stack packs available for any of the individuals who wanted to enter into the first ever Fractional Friday SBS drop. And so I want to thank those 4 entrants that did take the time to enter and did spend their hard-earned cash to enter Fractional Friday. Unfortunately, we didn't sell out on all 9 drops, and so traditionally what we would do is we would kind of carry over those remaining 5 slots for any other individuals who may want to take part in the Fractional Friday drop, or in some cases we may just completely discontinue the drop if we've got a new drop coming. So for example, we've got a new drop coming here in just a moment, and so because we've got the new drop coming, we decided to discontinue this drop with just those 4 entrants. And so we're going to go ahead and draw through all 9 stack packs, and we're just going to provide extra stack packs to those 4 lucky entrants who joined in. So not only are they going to get one of these stack packs, but they're all going to get at least 2, and in the end we're actually going to draw the 9th stack pack. Whatever's remaining left in the bag, we're going to draw one of these 4 numbers, and one of these 4 lucky people is actually going to go home with a 3rd stack pack for the price of 1. So let's go ahead and break out the infamous SBS pillowcase, and we're going to get right ahead and started on that drawing. So we're going to start with number 1 in true old fashion. And so before we can get started on the drawing, of course, we need to gather all these stack packs and we need to get them placed inside that infamous pillowcase. So let's go ahead and grab these, and before we put them in, so that they're not jumping around and all that kind of good stuff, let's go ahead and just give them a nice shuffle from the start. That way we can ensure that these things are in just a completely randomized order. So let's go ahead and shuffle, and let's give it one more shuffle just for good measure. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice shuffle right there, I would say. Looks pretty uneven, and so let's go ahead and get those into the pillowcase. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and jumble these around because they've already been shuffled quite a bit. So let's just go ahead, and we've got that sealed shut, and well, let's just give it a quick jumble. There we go, in true SBS fashion. So there we go. We're going to open up the pillowcase, and we're going to go ahead and start with the first stack pack that we're drawing for entrant number 1. So we're going to grab the lucky fingertips, and whatever comes out is what it's going to be. And wow, this I would say is probably my favorite. This is probably my favorite stack pack out of the fractional stack packs from this week. It certainly would probably be the most expensive for us to replace, so congratulations to you, number 1, on securing what, in my opinion, is probably my favorite stack pack. That's a 12 Liberty Bell fine silver grams, all into one nice, easy to hold Doomsday Prep case, branded with the SBS logo there on the back. So congratulations to you, number 2. Number 1. Let's go ahead and see what number 2 has in store with those 2 lucky fingertips. Boom. And here we have a nice selection of fractionals. We've got 2 American flags, and we've got 6 assorted gun grams. So congratulations to you, number 2. All right. So we've got 12 grams. We've got 8 grams. Let's see who's going to come out with the most grams. Whoosh. All right. So this one actually has 6 American flag grams and 2 Liberty Bell grams. So number 3 was able to snag some Liberty Bell grams, which we're coming to an end on the Liberty Bell grams. We don't have a lot of those left. So it's good to grab those Liberty Bell grams while we have them, because I'm not sure if we're going to be restocking them. When it comes to the generic grams, we're kind of always shuffling our designs, and so some things might eventually get discontinued, then we might introduce some new designs, and that's just kind of how the generic fractional silver works. And then of course we've also got the combi bars which we break down or sell as the full combi bars as well. So we really like the generic fractional. When I talk about generic fractional, I'm not talking about generic silver, right? When you've got generic silver, that kind of, what people think of that is like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get as close to spot as possible. Well, fractional silver, once you get to below the 1 ounce level, then you start having to pay a separate premium for the fractional denomination, right? And sometimes even those fractional pieces become a little bit more collectible because people like the designs and stuff, and they'll pay a premium for that. And so it starts to become a little bit more novelty and a little bit more advanced preparation. Like if you're a prepper, then you may want to consider buying a part of your stack as fractionals for bartering purposes. But in my mind, I would never really be using fractionals for bartering purposes. I don't see myself having to ever do that. So for me, when I collect fracs, it's more just for my personal enjoyment, plus having the reassurance that, yep, I've got some fracs in the case I need to do some bartering. Even if I do bartering, not because I have to for doomsday purposes, but just because it's fun. It's fun to just do trades, community trades here and there. It doesn't have to be a super high value trade, just something small. So these are also great for just giveaways, right? If you're running a channel yourself, it's nice to just be able to give somebody something tangible and small. So anyways, I kind of went on a rant there. I know we're in the middle of a drawing, but I just wanted to say that piece about what kind of fractionals. People think about generic fractionals. Well, if you look at the melt value, it's a little bit higher. It's quite a premium that you have to pay for generic fracs, but I kind of look at generic fractionals at kind of like what's the per gram price. I don't look at it at the per ounce price. I look at it at the per gram price because you're buying grams, right? So anyways, let's go ahead and draw number 4 and grab the 2 lucky fingertips. Boom. All right, so number 1 was the lucky person to grab a case, but everybody else has just grabbed the single grams, the stack packs with the grams, and nobody has drawn that lucky stack pack that contains the elusive SBS Slim Stacker. So let's go ahead and see which of these 4 entrants are going to get that. So now we're on to the drawing duplicate. So let's see what number 1 is going to end up going home with. Grab the lucky fingertips. Grab the lucky fingertips, and we're going to grab the very first item that comes out. Boom. Oh my gosh. Number 1 is stacking up the cases. I was really hoping, honestly, there's only 3 cases in the drawing, and I was really honestly hoping that the cases would be split amongst multiple individuals because it's just nice to have them. But it looks like number 1 is doing some serious prepping, and he's got 2 Doomsday SBS branded prep cases, and wow, what a great snag by you, number 1. Congratulations. 2K Doomsday prep cases for $25, plus he or she may end up winning something, a 3rd item. So that's a pretty good deal in my opinion, because we sell a single one of these cases for no less than $40. So congratulations to you. You reap the benefits of people not being interested in joining Fractional Friday. And so I think in the future, for sure, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be limiting this to just 4 slots, because it seems like, when we price them at what we price them, there's maybe like 4 interested buyers. In fact, that's happened in the past too. The Sunshine Mining drop that we did, that had 6 drop slots, and we only sold 4, and then we had to kind of reduce the price, and then finally ended up selling those last 2. So I think 4 might be the sweet spot, at least for now, for stack pack drop slots. With that said, today's stack pack SBS drop, that has 6 stack packs, so you do have 2 extra chances compared to what we'll normally probably start doing. So I'm excited to show you what we've got for today's stack pack, but let's go ahead and finish the drawing here and figure out what the remaining entrants are going to win for their second unexpected stack pack. So number 2, here we go, and let's hope that this is a lucky draw for you. Boom. Oh, okay. And you got the Liberty Bells, 2 Liberty Bells. So finally, number 2 actually at least got some Liberty Bell grams. That's good. That's good. So congratulations to you. And then you got 6 assorted gun grams. And then let's see, number 3. What's it gonna be, number 3? Let's grab 3 lucky fingertips just for good measure. 3 lucky fingertips, and that didn't work out so good. Let's try that again. 3 lucky fingertips, and boom. Oh, okay. So no case for you either, number 3. This one actually contains two USA flag grams and 6 gun grams, and the first one was 6 USA flag grams. So now he's got 8 USA flag grams, 6 gun grams, and 2 Liberty Bell grams. Congratulations. And number 4, let's see what you got here. There's only 2 stack packs left here. One of them is the case. Boom! And he snagged the case. Or she snagged the case, I'm not sure. So you got an assortment of gun grams in the infamous case. And so now what we're going to do here is we're going to grab each of these numbers and we're going to actually fold these up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these slips of paper inside the pillowcase. And there's 1 stack pack left there. We already know what that is. So we're not actually going into the pillowcase to draw that last stack pack. We're going in to draw the last number. So I'm going to put all these numbers inside the pillowcase with that last stack pack. And we're going to go in there and shuffle that up. And whoever gets this last one, whichever number gets that last one, they're going to get that last stack pack. So let's go ahead and just put the fingers in there and just grab whatever piece of paper comes out first. And it's this one. And that's actually number 2. Number 2 is the grand prize winner of that last stack pack. So, and that's actually the grand prize one. That's the one that has the SBS slip stacker. I didn't even realize that. So this one has got some generic prospectors. Oh my gosh, they got the holy grail of the Liberty Bell grams. This one has a ton of Liberty Bell grams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Liberty Bell grams, 3 prospectors, and a Silver Bar Stacker Slim Stacker, the only stack pack of this entire drop that contains a Silver Bar Stacker Slim Stacker. So congratulations to you, number 2. You're going home with the mother load, which is 3 stack packs. And then number 1, number 3, and number 4, holy cow, I hope I didn't mess these up. We'll have to look back at the no, I remember, yeah. The number 4 had gotten the full case, as well as the the 2 American flag grams and 6 Second Amendment grams. So congratulations to you. Number 1 went home with 2 Doomsday Prep cases, which one of them has Liberty Bell grams in them, which I think is pretty cool. And then finally, for the Veterans Day SBS Drop Special, number 3 went home with 2 stack packs containing a total of 8 grams each. So 16 grams of silver for $25 for number 3. Cool. Now let's go ahead and show you all what we've got for the SBS drop for today, for Sunday. There's 6 stack packs available for this week's drop. First come, first serve. It's 1 per household, so do not abuse that. Please do not abuse that. We do these drops to make vintage precious metals a little bit more accessible to the community. Okay, so you will notice that the pricing is very competitive on these drops, and that's why we limit it to 1 per household, because the whole purpose of this is to try to make vintage more accessible, so you don't have to deal with, paying exorbitant prices for otherwise, they're not ultra rare, right? Like they're common. They're just harder to find now, right? And so because they're harder to find, sometimes the price variance can be very different, and a lot of times people try to fetch a lot of money for these things, but you gotta always keep your budget in mind, and always make sure that you don't have to take part in every drop, but every drop is usually going to be priced pretty well, so you can. People often say, focus on the SBS drops because that's where the deals are. Yeah, that's where the deals are. So you can rest assured that you're probably going to get a pretty decent deal on that SBS drop. Whereas some of the other items that we sell, it may be a great deal, it may be a little bit high. So you may want to price shop, right? Some of the items that we sell, they also sell those same items on other stores. So if you trust that other store just as much, then go ahead and grab that item from that other store to save yourself a couple bucks and help lower down your cost basis. But then sometimes you might find an item on our store that is significantly cheaper than another store, or it might just only be available on that store. And so if that's something that you are kind of in the market to be buying, then it may make sense, right? After your research, you may find that, it might make more sense to buy my chunky stackers on SBS site, but then maybe his prospector is a little bit too expensive, or vice versa, right? Our specials are constantly fluctuating. We get more inventory for cheaper sometimes. We have to pay a little bit more to replace them sometimes, and so that's kind of what impacts our pricing. Whereas other stores that are doing much higher volume, they may be just fully reliant on the spot price, and they just buy and sell based off of the spot price, and they hedge when the price is low very, very heavily because they have the resources to do so, and then they don't hedge when the price is a little bit higher, and they just are in selling mode when the price is higher. For me, I'm always constantly buying and selling, so and we do very, very low volume compared to a lot of these bigger stores. So anyways, just wanted to say that little tidbit, and let's go ahead and check out what we got here. Now this first one is one that I've been eagerly awaiting. It's actually a Swiss of America round, and it's a 2-ounce chunky Rolo round. And so this reminds me of the chunky stackers because it's a nice thick 1-ounce round. So I'm super excited to include this in this week's drop. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at that. So this one in particular says Golden West there on the top, and it says Teton there on the bottom. So this is one of the variations of the chunky Rolo rounds. Now over here we've got a Sunshine Mining 1986 dated round. This is a vintage round by Sunshine Mining Company, and we've also thrown a little 1-gram prospector, novelty prospector there. That one's not produced by Engelhard, but just a little fun addition there. Since you're buying a round, we thought we'd toss another round in there. Okay, then we've got a Johnson Matthey 1-ounce silver bar. This one is still in the original factory seal, and this is a serialized bar, and it's got that JM Hammer logo there on the back. So this is one of the stack packs that one of the lucky entrants of this week's SBS drop will be going home with, and we'll be drawing. Now the fourth stack pack that we've got available here is an EMC logo Engelhard toner, and this one's got a little bit of toning around the edges, nothing too major. I think on the top there, around the edges, it's got a little bit of toning, but I've got some much more pronounced toners than this one for sure. This is just kind of a secondary market EMC logo. This one has got the EMC logo there on the top. So this is another one of the stack pack. One lucky person is going to go home with an Engelhard bar. Now, the next thing we got is a very, very beautiful condition Engelhard American Prospector round, and we've matched it with a nice generic Prospector round there as well. That one's just a novelty one again, a 1-grammer. So this one here has the American Eagle reverse. So this is a 1984 dated American Prospector round. This is by far my favorite silver round to collect. So somebody's going to go home with this gorgeous 1984 Prospector. Now over here, this is what I would say is possibly the grand prize, especially when individuals are trying to stack weight. This is the way to be for sure. This is the holy grail for sure when you're stacking weight. It may not be as maybe harder to find as like some of these other pieces, but I would say for sure most people are going to appreciate grabbing this one, drawing this one. This one contains 2 full ounces of silver, and it's going to be 2 AM logo USVI chunky stackers. Okay, so this is the prize pool. I hope you all can take part in this week's drop. Remember to read all the rules before joining, and as soon as we sell this thing out on the next YouTube video that we upload, we'll be doing a drawing for the individuals who entered the SBS drop, so we can figure out which stack pack exactly they're going to be going home with. So I hope you can join, and I want to thank you all for tuning in to the lengthy video. Cheers!